Hi guys, welcome back to a quick brows video. Now, I was recently shopping for eyebrow products in Belfast Airport because I had managed to travel home without any appropriate gear, and my Facebook club came to my rescue with some recommendations of products I could actually source in an airport duty-free. So I'm going to show you the new discoveries and what I generally do on a day-to-day basis when I'm making up my brows. So I've done the rest of my face. I've just left my brows free to show you how I proceed. So what I first do is to use Lumigan, or what's known as Latisse in the US, which is an approved medication for cosmetic use in the US for lash, but also works on your brows. So I will take a very fine, clean brush. This is an eyeliner brush. I usually use single-use disposable brushes, but I'm out at the minute, so I'm just quickly using this. It's less important for brows than it is for doing your eyelash line, obviously. So I use a drop on each, and I basically run it through the brows in the pattern that I would like to boost growth. And with this, it actually makes the hairs grow longer and darker and thicker. So for those who perhaps have overplucked in their earlier years, and you know, my brows are not as thin as they used to be, I literally never touch them now, apart from maybe like a straggler down here, which is, you know, practically on my eyelid, but otherwise I don't touch them. So this is what I am left with, and I boost them as much as possible using this stuff because it's a darker, thicker, slightly longer hairs. It gives you more substance to work with, even if they are more sparse than they used to be. And it's certainly more common for brows to become a little sparse as we age. So anything that boosts the definition in this part of our face tends to be quite feminizing and gives our face a little more gravitas, particularly when you're makeup free. I'm all for things that make us look better without doing anything. So I use this every other day, now that I've been using it for a while, to keep my brows as bushy as they can be. So I let that dry, that's good. And then the two new discoveries, I bought both these products. They're both by Benefit. One is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and the other is the Precision My Brow Pencil. So starting with the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and it's in, I think they're both in a sort of brunette shade. I can't see the actual, I'll find it out though. So this is a spoolie brush on one end, and then a kind of crayon with a sort of angled tip on the other. And what I'm going to do is use that to basically beef out the shape a little before I go in and do some fine tuning with the more precise fine tip pencil. So the fine tip pencil is a bit more like the Kevin O'Quan eyebrow pencil that I would typically use, so that's why I liked it. It's very fine and it's quite a hard pencil, so you can get little feathery individual strokes, as I'll show you in a second. But this is quite nicely shaped for just beefing up the general shape. And I have quite a strong arch to my brow, but I like it just to look a little bit more definite. I'm not much one for a really solid brow though, so I like it feathery. So I'll color in, and then I'll brush, and then I'll color in a bit more, always going upwards with that little pointy side. And then I'll brush. And that just gives you a little bit more definition, which, I don't know, kind of makes all the difference in the world. I feel a bit naked and washed out when I haven't got my brows done. And the ends are always a little on the fine side, so just extending them ever so slightly. Oops, little adjustment. Brush, brush, brush. And I guess you all know the rule, right, with your brows. So your arch should be from your pupil lined up with the outer nostril. That's where the arch should be. The beginning should be where the inner corner of the eye and the nose line up, and the end should be where the outer corner and the nose line up. Okay, so we're pretty much there. So I don't really like to fill them in any more densely than that. Different people have different approaches to brows. This is mine. So then we go in with our finer tip. And again, I've chosen a similar shade. I don't know why it doesn't say the color on it, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's numbered, right, it's number 4. I'm gonna go back here, and this is number 4, so they're the same shade. And they're very similar, as I said, to the brunette shade that I normally use from Kevyn Aucoin. So I don't need the spoolie brush in this anymore, but I like to beef up the inner end, and then maybe build up a little bit more, just, you know, eyebrows are meant to be sisters, not twins. I think it looks really weird when they're too symmetrical. Those stencil things don't appeal to me at all. And it's really interesting. Brows, though, are something that is so personal. I remember reading somewhere, I think it's Salma Hayek always does her own eyebrows. She never lets a makeup artist do her brows for her. And I have to say, it's probably when I have my makeup done properly for events, the one thing I always go in a little bit of an adjustment afterwards, because how you see yourself with your brows is often quite different to how other people see you. So they're not perfect, but I like to make the best of their own natural shape rather than trying to change them into a different, perhaps more fashionable shape. That's just me. Finally, I'm going to use Boy Brow in brown to hold them in place. And I love this stuff, actually. It's meant to make them ever so slightly more bouffant. You know, I'm sure hairspray on an old toothbrush kind of does the same thing almost, but I like this stuff. And I was really interested to see Wendy-Rowe did a video on brows recently as well, and I saw both the precision pencil for Benefit and this in her kit. So I thought, well, good enough for Wendy-Rowe, good enough for me. So that's it. That's my brow done for every day. Really nice products. Have you tried them? Let me know. How do you do your brows? Hope you enjoyed that. Bye for now.